It really wasn't too long ago that the Mafia became a major figure in American crime and a major thorn in the sides of US authorities. Nowadays, we see more drug traffickers in t-shirts than we do dapper dons in three-piece suits. But the only thing that carries over from yesteryear to today is murder. Whether you think it's necessary in the bloody business of crime or not, it doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon. FACTFEED presents 5 most ruthless hitmen in history. Number 5. Jose Manuel Martinez. Jose Martinez had been killing all the way up to 2014 when he was arrested for the death of 9 people, which is small potatoes if you ask Martinez, who claimed to have taken closer to 40 lives. This man had been the main enforcer for the Central California cartels since the early 1980s, and whether his body count is accurate or not, police suspect he has information on dozens of murders. But if you could imagine, a hitman doesn't hang onto a career spanning across 3 decades by gossiping, and he's not about to start now. As of today, Martinez is doing his time according to the code of the streets and keeping his lips cemented shut. Number 4. Richard Iceman Kuklinski. Richard Kuklinski is probably the most famous hitman of all time. He's had HBO documentaries made about him, as well as a full-length feature film starring Hollywood heavyweights, and his resume backs up all the hype. Kuklinski was a hired killer for all of New York's 5 families and claimed to have killed anywhere between 100 to 250 men from 1948 up until his arrest 40 years later. He claimed to have learned to kill by practicing on homeless men. He got the name Iceman because he favored freezing some of his victims to throw off the authorities when they tried to determine the time of death. After his success in killing, he moved into drug trafficking and international arms dealing, all the while making sure his wife and kids at home in suburban New Jersey never suspected a thing, which they didn't until he was sentenced to life in prison. He said he first killed when he was still an adolescent, when he beat a neighborhood kid to death, but never, not even once, did he lay a hand on women or children, because even a heartless killer has to have a code.
They'll die. I've been in a restaurant where we were eating and the guy went to the bathroom, and while he was in the bathroom we put a little boost in his food, and he was rushed to the hospital after that, and he died.
Number 3. Benjamin Bugsy Siegel. Bugsy Siegel, the dapper and temperamental pal of such iconic mobsters as Lucky Luciano and Meyer Lansky, was actually a very prolific gunman himself. While it was unusual for a top mob boss to ever carry out a dirty deed himself, Bugsy was that rare example. Long before the days of the Flamingo Hotel, Siegel personally carried out assaults and murders for, at first the Bug and Mare mob, then the National Crime Syndicate. Of his many crimes, he allegedly took part in the bloody hit on Luciano's enemies, Joe the Boss Masseria and Salvatore Maranzano, in 1931. Along with Luis Lepke Bechalter, he can most likely be credited with the early formation of perhaps the most barbaric and infamous murder squad the mob has ever created, Murder Inc. Number 2. Abe Kid Twist Reels. There are several theories as to the origins of Reels' nickname Twist. Some people think he was simply named after another boy in the neighborhood, while others think it was because he had a love for those big colorful lollipops. There were also others who think that it was because he loved to strangle people to death. Reels was known to be Murder Inc.'s Employee of the Month for every single month. This guy was shooting people right in the face in broad daylight on city streets. That's some downright cold-blooded movie shit. Eventually, he knew his time was coming to an end, and when he was arrested and was bound to face a sentence the length of a hallway. Eventually, Reels decided to give up as much of his crew as he could, a decision which inevitably sent many of them to the chair in his place. However, he made a mistake when he was set to pinpoint the big boss, Albert Anastasia, because while locked in a room guarded by police, Reels accidentally fell out of the window and plummeted to his death on the city street below. Number 1. Giovanni Brusca. This scruffy Sicilian mafioso had a couple of nicknames: Il Porco or Il Maiale, which means the pig or the swine, due to his unkempt presence. But more frighteningly, he was called Los Canacristiani, which means the people slayer. Brusca admitted to killing so many people that he can't quite remember the exact figure. However, he thinks it's somewhere between 100 and 200 unfortunate souls. He is known for aiding Sicilian boss Salvatore Rina in all of his dastardly doings, including the kidnapping of a potential witness' 11-year-old son, whom he tortured for over 2 years and eventually dissolved his body in an acid bath. He also bombed many Italian tourist attractions after Rina was arrested, leaving many killed and wounded, as well as numerous landmarks permanently damaged. Finally, after years of terror, Brusca was seen eating with his girlfriend by a plainclothes officer and was arrested by authorities. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give us a like, share it with your friends, and if you are new, don't forget to subscribe down below for the best entertaining videos you will ever see. No question about it.